Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's complete to Brown, right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL. And they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, first down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Here's Pacheco once again. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Hollywood with the first down grab, and that's something they like to see in the offense, but what they really want to see is explosion. Ever since he's entered the league, he's been a long ball receiver, and the Chiefs hope that trend continues as they try to win their 3rd straight Lombardi Trophy come February. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes says, go long, Hollywood. I'll find you.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Xavier Worthy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The Chargers at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they fell in the opener. Got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Herbert now. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
Again, it's Edwards. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a 1st down.
They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Second down and 8. A first carry for Samaje Perine. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Pacheco gets it up the gut, and they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
Don't forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. That's complete. It's the rookie from USC. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got his target. That's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal. Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A quick throw caught by Rice. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Now it's Mahomes again. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration.
That is caught by Rice. Rice for a Kansas City touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Chiefs 14, Chargers 3.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Setting up the screen here to Edwards. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Now this one finds McConkey, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Herbert. That one caught by Rice. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. That's into the hands of Edwards. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert throwing again. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Running left is Edwards. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And his kick here is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Pacheco. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final shot before the half for Mahomes. Floating one, incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
The slot man in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. To the left side, he's got McConkey. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Big strides, look at him go. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have cut the lead back down to 2. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Mahomes going to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
And this is something that we see almost every ball game that he plays in. Joey Bosa gets home. No stranger to making plays in the backfield. He loves being on this team, loves attacking quarterbacks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That ball caught. It's Rice. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Pacheco. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Here's Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And they'll get him down right about the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And that is no good. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
Oh, those are the ones that eat at you as a kicker. Tie game, 3rd quarter. This is one you know you should make. Instead, you miss it, and it's jubilation on the other sideline.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Running left to give to Pacheco. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rice. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City 1st.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. Now Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Herbert now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Out of the gun, Herbert. That'll be caught by Rice. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure someone...
Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 21. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now a 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Dobbins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. That one complete to McConkey. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run. That's a positive play for the offense.
In the game thus far, the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. 2nd and 6 coming up. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Mahomes. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And what a big play, because now you're guaranteed at least a shot at extending this one. He had the 40-yard line picked out as his bare minimum to give them some kind of a game-tying attempt, and he got there. Excellent determination on that scramble, and it might just help them snatch away a victory.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath. and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Mahomes. Open man right side is Rice. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays up in quick succession if they can.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Mahomes will throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked and multiple players broke through the line to get it.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. Butker's kick here is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? As another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
This is 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. Pass complete. Hurst. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing. Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here comes 2nd down. Herbert. That one caught by Rice. And he'll have a 1st down as he's able to work his way out of bounds with 14 seconds remaining.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Herbert. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times, nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Herbert going to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Now Herbert. He's going to let it go again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Charger drive about to get going. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on 3rd down.
And here in overtime, that had the potential to be the definition of a game-changing interception. But he couldn't find a way to pull it in. And that's a disappointment there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Herbert. Setting up the screen here to Edwards. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big 1st down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that 1st down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Short throw to Dissly. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. They need 18 yards here on third down. Here's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Rice. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Here's J.K. Scott now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
A handoff now for Pacheco. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
What can Wentz do now with his drive? He's going to air one out. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air, never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here. A first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's caught by Palmer. On the move past the 40. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go with Edwards left side, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
So it's a win here for the L.A. Chargers, and it was thanks to the fine play of their quarterback, CD, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, you really have to credit the protection he got as well. He had time to throw all game long, and he took advantage, throwing for close to 400 yards and 2 touchdowns.
So for L.A., it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my brother.